Hey everyone, my name is Gabe Leosis. I'm the vice chair of the committee. I'm going to be presiding over today's ECAC meeting. I'm going to call this meeting to order at 5:03 p.m. And today is Monday, August 22nd, 2022. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that I am currently situated on the unceded and stolen territories of the Katzie and Kwantlen First Nations. And I invite everyone to recognize and understand the lands and nations of which the lands you're currently occupied belong to, and kind of understanding what that means in terms of your role as a settler in trying to dismantle dismantle colonial structures and stand in solidarity with Indigenous peoples. We'll get started with our roll call of attendance. So I'll call on your name, position, or rather your position. And if you could please share your name, pronouns, and access needs, that would be fantastic. So we'll start with our VP External and Community Affairs.
Hi all, my name is Ishana. My pronouns are she, her. All my access needs are met. Also, I am calling in from the stolen and unceded lands of Bisamiamu, Kwantlen, and Katzie nations. Thanks.
History counselor. I'll just read this in the chat for the record. Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Reed. My pronouns are he, him, his. I'm calling in from the stolen and unceded territories of the Katzie, Stolo, Kwantlen, as well as the Coast Salish peoples. My access needs are that I'm currently on the bus. All good, Matthew. Thank you. And lastly, that leaves me. Hi, everyone. My name is Gabe Leosis. I'm the vice chair of the committee. My pronouns are he, him, his, and my access needs are met. We have achieved quorum, so we will move into the first item under the agenda, which is section 4, consent agenda. We only have one item under the consent agenda today, 4.1.1, matters arising from the minutes, and we have one batch of minutes to receive and file, which is from the ECA meeting on July 25th, 2022. Any concerns with this one item under the consent agenda? All right, I'm seeing none, so we can consider the consent agenda carried by unanimous consent, and we will move into the adoption of the rest of our agenda. So I will read the motion under 5.1. It reads, be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. Do I have a mover?
VP External.
The motion's been moved. Is there a second? Matthew seconds. So I believe the only change, well, it's a big change, but the change that we're going to be making is we're going to keep all the items under new business, but we will not be keeping the discussion items, as there is only 3 of us, and most of them are updates anyway. So we're going to keep those updates until the next ECA meeting. So the change we're making is striking all items under section 11, discussion items. Therefore, I will move that change to the agenda if there is a second. Is there a second?
VP External.
Ishana seconds. Any discussion on the amendment I've put forward? Seeing none, we'll put that to a vote. All those in favor, please raise your hand using the Zoom raise hand feature. Or just raise your hand normally. That's fine too. Ishana, your video is on. All right, that's carried unanimously. Thanks, everyone. You can put your hands down now. And we're back on the main motion, which reads, be it resolved to adopt the agenda as amended. Any last changes to be made to today's agenda? Seeing none, we'll put that to a vote as well. All those in favor of adopting the agenda as amended, please raise your hand physically or with the Zoom raise hand feature. That's carried unanimously. Thank you, everyone. You can lower your hands now. And we will move right into new business then. We have motion 10 point. Ishana, did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Don't we still have reports from the office, or is that fine?
Oh, I suppose we do. Did you want to do that?
Could we strike that? Sorry, I didn't think of that before. I just saw it on the agenda too.
That's totally fine. We can move a motion right now if that's what you'd like. So Ashana, you'd like to move to strike all the items under section 7.
Yes.
Okay, Ishana's moved that motion. Is there a second? Matthew seconds. Any discussion? I will note that because we're amending the agenda after it's been adopted, this is a 2/3 majority vote. So we'll put that to a vote. All those in favor, please raise your hand. That's carried unanimously. We'll move directly into new business then. So we have one motion, 10.1, Water Drive Volunteer Appreciation. This was submitted by the VP External, and I'll read the question. The question reads, whereas the Water Drive is an initiative started by the External Office to hand out water bottles to the unhoused community during heat waves, whereas the External Committee handed out water in the community for the Water Drive on Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. Whereas the SFSS membership and counselors helped with distributing the water, whereas we should thank those who volunteer their time to this initiative. Be it resolved to pass up to $60 to buy gift cards for the 6 people who volunteered as a thank you for contributing their time to the water drive. Do I have a mover?
External.
There's a mover. Is there a second? Matthew seconds. Discussion on the motion. Ishana?
Is it okay if I let Matt go first?
Absolutely. Matthew asks, what kind of gift cards will we be providing? Ishana, you have a direct response to that question.
Yeah, I was thinking that we could probably do like a Tim Hortons type of thing or Starbucks, just a coffee place. I'm not sure yet, but whatever, we can figure it out.
Matthew has a second question. Are we doing another drive in the coming week?
I can answer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm currently figuring it out with the schedule because I know it's going to be quite hot this week. And I can figure it out. Maybe we can do Thursday or Friday, but Matt, would you want us to do something in the coming week? And then maybe we can plan that together and I can send you an email.
Ishana, go ahead.
Yeah, just Matt saying I was asking the question. Unfortunately, I'm really busy with work. And yeah, of course, Matthew, that totally makes sense. Yeah, so currently, like that was my kind of thing because it's getting pretty busy, like going into the fall semester now. I'm gonna try and figure out if I can do anything, and then if so, I will be doing a call out to volunteers through the SFSS social medias. But yeah, I guess we'll see how the timing kind of works out, and then you'll see an email if we do.
Ishana, did you have anything to say on the motion overall? I know you had a list before, unless you wanted to ask answer Matt's other question as well.
Yeah, I can. Matt said in the chat, could we at least provide resources and donations to organizations? So I can normally, if we want to do that, we would have to pass that as a motion at another meeting. We can work on that for the next ECA meeting to like pass a certain amount of money. But I don't know if we would be able to do it for this week. So that's the only issue there. And then also like as my previous list, I just wanted to thank volunteers for taking the time, and it was really fun being out in community and handing out water. And yes, of course, Matt, always happy to answer questions. And yeah, as I said before, we can totally work on a motion to provide organizations donations and such from the SFSS as well.
Okay, thank you, Matt, for the questions. Thanks, Shauna, for answering. I'm seeing no more discussion, so we can put the motion to a vote. So all those in favor, please raise your hand. All right, that's carried unanimously. We will move on then to our last motion, which is a motion to adjourn. So this is item 18.1. Be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 5:14 p.m. Do I have a mover?
GP external.
The motion's been moved. Is there a second? Matt seconds. All right. All those in favor of adjourning, please raise your hand. That is carried unanimously, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for a very speedy meeting.